YouTube doesn't want me to live stream, which was supposed to be fun and games anyway. I am going to spam making videos, try to prove my way. I'm pretty sure I didn't put my birthday, and I could be a dwarf. I drive now, so I can go live, okay? I drive. If you see my newest video, I can go live. I was just talking about a snow fort in Alaska. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so this is You Broke My Bowl, my bowl game predictions. Let's go through it. Right here, a 4 overtime game, predicted that one right. And next one right here, I predicted Boise State, the Broncos to win. Turns out that prediction should have been this team right here. Washington beat Boise State badly. Moving on, my next prediction, we have the Jacksonville State Gamecocks against what I like to say is a really bad team, way worse than their record. I don't care what you say about Clemson. That's Jacksonville State. Next, we have the South Florida Bulls with their quarterback. Now, if you can see right here, this guy right here is one of the best quarterbacks, I believe, in the country. If he does enter the portal, expect him to go to a top tier program, or I don't think he will, but expect that. New team in the FCS. Let's give it up to our Delaware Blue Hens right here. As this team is a quality team, I believe they can make it far. Now, right here for our next bowl game, I have Kennesaw State. It's a battle of two conference champions, I'm pretty sure. Right here in the Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Union home, I have NC State to beat Memphis as an upset. In this bowl, the Potato Bowl, I have Washington State coming out on top versus the Utah State. Now, Utah State lost in actually a kind of impressive game versus A&M this year. Texas, of course. But they did not win. This team, as you can see, let me try to click in somewhere. Now, if you can see right here, this was a quality game in week 3 as Utah State actually put up 22 points right there. It was an impressive game for them, and exciting to see what they do. My pick could be the wrong one. I'll admit it now. Could be way wrong. Right here we have Louisville against Toledo. I actually think that one will be a close one right there. I have Louisville. This one will also be close. I picked the upset. I think, what's that coach's name? Let me look it up. Charles Huff. He went from Marshall to Southern Mississippi to Memphis. I predict Southern Mississippi. This was before that change. I don't know if I hold my pick. Anyway, here in the Frisco Bowl, I have UNLV beating Ohio right there. Oh, I think it was actually Miami of Ohio. It could have been Ohio. Anyway, one of those teams made it to the MAC championship, but I have UNLV that made it to the Mountain West championship. Now we have the bowl that I like to call the Bowl of Hawaiian Quarterbacks. Sorry if that sounds racist. It probably is, but I don't care. And I have the Rainbow Warriors upsetting it in Honolulu. Next, we have Central Michigan versus Northwestern Wildcats. I have Northwestern winning. I don't know if Preston Stone is playing. That could be a good one. Speed round. Okay, so the Golden Gophers are going to be the New Mexico, and a rebuild of New Mexico has happened, and now New Mexico is possibly a very good team. But still, the Roadrunners just aren't good enough, in my opinion, to beat the Florida International FIU. I feel like the Panthers are going to have a weirdly blow up. Okay, now Pitt versus East Carolina. No question, it's Pitt. Okay, now we're going to slow it down a little bit. Matt Campbell is playing for Penn State. Clemson's going to have more players out, in my opinion. Give me Penn State and the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Ooh, dang. I kind of love wasabi, but these I guess they're from the same area. I just think that, Fenway's in Boston, so I was thinking of New York. Oh, also the reason is because if you look, it's, or not that, I guess it doesn't show you. This is going to be at Yankee Stadium, and this team over here named Clemson, they're not going to be able to handle that cold at Yankee Stadium. So that's why I picked Penn State. Okay, the Huskies right here, they're going to beat Army. I mean, you saw how they got beat up last week, or this, whatever. BYU, it's going to be a good bowl, I believe. I think it should have been BYU versus Notre Dame. But Notre Dame, whatever. Who even cares? They're bad. Anyway, a team that made it to the MAC championship versus the Bulldogs. I got the Fresno State Bulldogs. Okay, back to it. Mean Green with Austin Mestamaker, or what's his name? Something Mestamaker. He's from Austin, but I don't think his name is Drew Mestamaker. And his number one wide receiver right here, I think it's like, I don't know, Wesley Young or something. They're talented. Tax Slayer Gator Bowl here in Florida. I picked the Cavaliers, but I'm starting to regret that. Here versus the Tigers. You know, I think the Lane Kiffin is going to motivate, but that's not going to be enough. This Houston team is criminally underrated. Next, we have a team that shouldn't be in a bowl game. If you look closely, we changed the color on this one. 5 and 7 right there. Also, I don't know how they're. Oh wait, they're not picked to win. Anyway, Georgia Southern. Gotta go quick again. The Technologies Independence Bowl. Louisiana Tech is going to get that one. Okay, so then the Volunteers versus Illini. I got the Volunteers in this one. This next one, TCU versus USC. Hippies versus Christians. Unfortunately, I think the Hippies are going to take this one. Vanderbilt versus Iowa. Unfortunately, anger issues man might run over Iowa's defense. This one probably should have picked Duke. It's in Arizona, so I don't know. It swayed me. I think it's in Arizona. It might be in El Paso. Cheez-It Bowl, Texas. Arch, I think, is playing. So, and the Sharon situation is crazy. This one right here, Las Vegas, Utah's closer. Utah's just a better team, and after Mahomes tears his ACL, you never know what's going to happen with Raiola. Or he might even transfer. I think he is transferring. Let me talk about those quick in a sec. Armed Forces Bowl right here. Got the Texas Bobcats. Right here, the Midshipmen, the Demon Deacons, Mustangs, and yeah. Quickly, let me talk about the rest of these. Hey everybody, let's talk about the first one right here. So the first one we got for the first bowl game is we're going to have, I'm just going to do the top of the bracket, maybe not the first game. Well, I think the first game is Alabama versus Oklahoma. And what I think we'll see is Alabama win 24-17. Then I think it's A&M and Miami. I think we're going to see A&M win that one. Like, I don't know what the score would be. We're going to see M&M's. Oh, my goodness. A&M on top on that one. Next, I'm pretty sure we have, Oregon and JMU. We're going to get Oregon by 20. Not that this is a bet, but Oregon by 20. Next up, I'm pretty sure we have Tulane and Ole Miss. That one I got Ole Miss by 17. Next round, Texas Tech versus Oregon. And I got Texas Tech winning that one by double digits. After that, we have Alabama versus Indiana. I have Indiana by a touchdown. And then the next one we have... Sorry. That was kind of actually creepy. I'm very sorry about that. That was not right. Anyway, A&M and Ohio State. We have Ohio State by a touchdown. Finally. Oh, wait. Oh, that might have been the next one. Oh, shoot. Anyway. Oh, well. Yeah, and then... Yes, and then... Ole Miss or Tulane. I will have Ole Miss, yeah, and then Georgia over Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss will make it farther than that. Final four, Indiana versus Texas Tech. Heisman will bring it. They'll send it to the national championship in Miami. Then Georgia versus Ohio State will be a close one in the Sugar Bowl. I'm pretty sure. But of course, Ohio State will come out on top. Ohio State will win the Natty. Ryan Day will officially not be hated by anyone other than Michigan fans. But maybe not, because I think Michigan fans have other things to deal with right now. So, that is my prediction. Sorry, it's not as quality as the other one. I always think me on camera would make quality better, but I bet it doesn't. I'm so sorry I left you guys hanging. Goodbye.